Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 3 with me, Sid, and today we are continuing on with the church and cemetery build, also with the familiarisation of our animals. Someone pointed out that I should make sure I've got a breeding pair before I go and familiarise those horses. I do have a female and those two males, so yeah, it's not as bad as it could be, shall we say. Let me, actually it's not so much eat as drink I need to do, isn't it? So I've not really done anything since last episode, but I've decided I'm going to use acacia wood because I've got plenty of it, and it's relatively easy to find insofar as, you know, it is, well, it's pretty much everywhere if we're brutally honest. So what I am going to do is I'm going to probably do a mix mash of this lot. I'm going to need more than this, of course, but and we'll probably do a few vertical ones as well, just to mix it up a little bit. I need to get more of this stuff going, but I want to get the I do want to try and get let me get a whole bunch of those going. Get the no, that's not right, you silly thing. I want to try and get this roof going so we can get a feel for, now that I think I want to bring one over, and of course we need to just scaffold there, so we are going to need a fair bit of this. I'm definitely going to be using these carpenter's blocks just to give us the variety, but I do need to get more of these. So andesite mud bricks, that's our first priority. I suppose we should also just get a feel for the colour. I'll do those, and then maybe a little bit of one of those. Yeah, it doesn't look bad, does it? So that's going to go there. So I need to get some more andesite bricks. I'm going to definitely need more acacia. I'm definitely going to need more, well, I'm going to need to cut more acacia. I should have plenty of it. And we are going to definitely need more of those. We're definitely going to need those. We've got a little teeny bit of acacia, but not a lot. I've got some acacia fences. Might be able to use those somewhere along the line. Right, so we got that going. So as I say, we need dirt, andesite dirt, clay, and straw. And we're going to make some more. I'll just do a stack, I think. 60. We'll do like 64. That's an andesite dirt. Let me just get rid of that one. That's an andesite dirt. Okay. That should be, oh, there's a little teeny bit of straw in there, but not much. So that's, but not a problem. We'll get that drying. I should see us through this particular day's work, I hope. If I were... we've got a little bit of andesite mud bricks there, not a lot. I don't think we've got enough. Where am I? I'm looking for things. 64, there you go. I want those, and we need clay, which is of course around here. So yeah, it's funny, you know, we've reached endgame, and this settlement is kind of growing in its, has taken on a life of its own almost with its growth. You know, we're getting the church here. There'll be a building over here, I think. This will be where we put the toy shop, maybe. We don't need a toy shop. I'm only making it because, well, let's be honest, I'm making it because I can. If I'm going to be brutally honest, we make it because we can. Right, andesite mud bricks, andesite mud bricks, and then we need to find somewhere to lay these bricks out to dry, which is going to be here. What we got there? Fine. That should be a big enough space. It doesn't have to be perfectly laid out, and it certainly doesn't have to be in any kind of, you know, geometrically perfect shape. It's just lay them out, let them dry, dig them up, and craft them. Yeah. And then that should be, well, that should still dry. I think they're classed as transparent, so that shouldn't be a major league problem. And then we can come down here like that. We're going to have the same thing. We're going to need more to do with that tower as well. So we know all of this. You know what? No, I have changed my mind. I am not using those there. And I'm not using these ones here either. I had a little bit of an epiphany, an idea, should we say. But what we'll do first off is we'll sleep. Well, eat and then sleep. Okay, give me a bed. I'll need to sleep and just go and familiarize the animals again, because we don't want those to lose any progress. And I'll be right back with you. All right, well, these have dried. Well, these have dried all apart from those two. So I do need to remove that particular piece of tree because it's damaging my progress. Let me just get these 4 quickly and we'll make those up. There we go, that's a few. I'll let those 2 dry before I mine the rest up, but what we are going to do is we are going to do something slightly different than what I'd planned. So we're going to start off with a half slab on this side, and that will make the, come on, alright, be like that then. I don't know what that was all about, but clearly it did not want to do that. So it'll just give the roof a bit of a little flare towards the end. That's the idea here. But more importantly, it will allow you to see that. I know, how vain, but there you go. Oh, damn it. Hup. 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 Oh, just bear with me a second. Sorry about that. Wife just wanted to know if I wanted anything to eat. And I'm fine. I had a nice brekkie this morning, so I'm sorted. After I'd had my hair cut. It's funny, I made a mention in the actual update that I recorded today, which was last week, earlier this week, you know. That, and I don't know whether people remember when you were growing up, there's, how do we put this? There's a tendency when you're growing up to want to emulate the celebrities that you see every day on the, well, as we were growing up, it would have been on the telly and in the movies and maybe the odd music video, but most of the time, you know, music videos, especially in the 70s, not a biggie. And I'm almost certain most of you will have done this, if of my age and below and current things, and that is the old turning up to the hairdressers with that picture. You know the picture. You know what picture I am talking about, don't you? Yes, you do. The picture that you want to look like, and the hairdresser looks at it, looks at you, shakes his head, and then gives you a short back and sides. We've all been there. You try to look like, you know, if you're a new romantic, but back in the 80s, you know, you'd go in and you'd have your hair that flicks down over one eye or whatever, and you'd want to look like that. You'd kill to look like that. Of course, you know, you're completely oblivious and ignoring the fact that you know, you don't physically look like that person. There's no way on earth, you know, there's no way any miracle worker on this planet could actually make you look like that particular celebrity, because, you know, they're skinny or whatever, and you're a little bit chunky, or in my case definitely a little bit chunky. You know, it is a bizarre thing, but we desperately try and emulate these heroes of our youth. irrespective of the fact that knowing that even if they could make you look like that, it definitely would not suit you. Can we reach that? No, we can't. Okay, we're going to go here, and then there. Yeah, you know, you're looking at something that will not suit you in a billion years, and you go, oh, make me look like that. And they go, the hairdresser just, or the barber just takes one look at you, shakes his head, and gives you a short back and sides. And as I say, these days, my ambitions are a little bit more, you know, sustainable. When I go to see a barber, you know, I expect to come out with shorter hair. That's pretty much it. If I've got shorter hair at the end of this, then I am one happy bunny. I'd like you to go like that, and then similarly on this side, and that gives us the space then to pop in some of this here and there like that, and then we can just get some. I've probably got way more than I actually need now, but it doesn't matter. Does not matter. So yeah, I kind of given up looking. These days I've come to the conclusion that the best person it is to try and look like is yourself, because you're pretty much guaranteed success on that one every time. There we go, and take you out. Perfect. Better sleep, because time is a ticking, and I'll probably eat this half rancid sandwich I've got. Unfortunately, this means I have now got another episode of I don't think there's anything left to familiarise, but I want to get those horses to the point where they've got gold hearts so I can use them for more than just, you know, more than just breeding. I want to be able to whack a saddle on them and go riding on them, and eventually when we get the baby and the baby grows up and we familiarise that to the point where we can actually name it, then finally we can call it Windy Spirit and we'll be happy. But of course the babies from animals in this mod pack, not friendly. Again, it's going to take a while. They go for, I won't say realistic, because obviously the breeding cycle. Right, unseal. We've made a cheese, so that's good. We should be able to now get some more milk. Thank you very much, Daisy. And Buttercup. By the way, these are not the names. I'm just making up cow names as we go. Whoops, that's the wrong thing. That's 3 buckets. And where's my cow? No. There. Look for the udders. That's a clue. Yeah, so that's my philosophy on hair cutting, really. It's pretty much there. Right, you're golden. You're golden, and you're golden. Male. And then obviously we got this one here, which is also golden. We should now be able to, if I press shift and right click, we should be able to take the saddle off the female, and we should be able to, oh, of course we need to domesticate. Which one? I think the big white one. Let's try domesticate this big white horsey. It's probably going to throw me off. Yeah, of course it does. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, you are not a happy bunny. I'm wrangling. I'm like a cowboy in the West. Oh, and now it loves me. Okay, well, it did love me. Come here, you. Jump. Whoa, let's take it this front. The male. I'm not sure whether the TFC horses actually have variable stats, you know, in terms of their speed and stuff. But we'll have the saddle and somewhere abouts. Where is it? What you done with that rope? Oh, okay. You're still on there. No. Ah. There we go. Right, so this one. This is the male, isn't it? Yes. Come here, you. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to finish getting these trained. I don't think we need to worry about familiarising anymore, so at least we can get back on with the building and back in a bit. Well, I need more acacia. I managed to literally just squeeze in with the carpenter's blocks I've got. I'm going to need to make more of them as well, but that's all right. We've got wood aplenty because we need to do the tower. And I can't decide. I think I'm going to do a roofed tower, but I'm going to have some kind of access up to it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I also actually wanted to check. Let me just check something. I don't know whether we'll be able to tell from this. Christmas bells. That's about the only bell that we have now. Problem is, they are probably going to look pretty naff. Okay. Okay, let's just go for try bell. So if we take one of those Christmas bells and we were to hang that from, I don't know, we'll just stick it there. Would that, from a distance, the only problem is there's that bloody ribbon on it. But if that was from a distance, we might get away with it. Oh well, we'll worry about that when we come to the thing. I don't think there's anything even else that remotely resembles any kind of bell in this lot. Yeah, I think we're probably down that holiday, and then we've got those stuff for Halloween, so that's going to be our things. But that's the only bell, isn't it? I don't see anything else even like slightly bell shaped in that lot. Oh well, we can't have everything. Although you would have thought they could have. We got that. That's good stuff. We got that stuff to work with in there. Right. Let me push on. We need more acacia. We need more carpenter's blocks for the top. But I'm happy enough with that. We also need glass panes to get those in. And we need to sustain some. So let me go and get some glass going for starters. I think we should have some dies kicking around. We don't have a huge variety of dies kicking around, but we do have lapis and hematite, so yeah, we should be good. And in terms of glass, we haven't really got enough, so we're going to need to cook some of that up. We're going to say we're going to need acacia, which we got over and around in near the charcoal ovens. And let me just grind to that, and at least we can think about some stained glass windows there, which would be nice. Everybody likes a nice stained glass window, don't they? Not entirely sure what colours. Wow, you get a lot from that, don't you? Right, sand then. Sand, cooking stuff, grabbing acacia, finishing the roof, and I'll be back once we're ready to put the windows in. So see you in a moment. Alright, I've finished, well, not finished the roof, I've still got the gable ends to do, but the roof is done as far as it's got all the wood on it, and I've got a little bit of acacia left there. Probably not quite enough to do the next roof, but yeah, we'll deal with that as we come. Come here, you. Now, that does make purple, and I want 2 lots of that. Okay, that's fine. And then I would like a blue. There. Good, good, and good. So we'll take a little bit of that, and we'll take a lot more of that. We're probably going to need more potentially, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So one thing what you do find with TerraFirmaCraft is you tend to be a lot more resource. I won't use the word stingy. No, it probably is. We're resource stingy. You tend to, traditional Minecraft, I need glass. Sand is dead easy to come by. The furnace is dead easy to operate. I pile it full of. So I'm just going to put some of that in there, like that. I think you pile it full of. What's the word? Sand. You pile the old furnace full of sand, don't you? Of course. And that's it. You are a happy bunny. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Exactly the right amount. And whereas, yeah, in fact, you fire and forget with the furnace. Whereas with the TFC, of course, you put your sand in the furnace, but you can only put. Well, if you're using the forge, then you can only put 5 sand in at a time, and then you have to wait for that to cook, and then you put another 5 in, you wait for it to cook, and it's there we go, quite colourful, isn't it? Looks things need to do work up there, of course, with more carpenter's blocks. So let me think. So, but yeah, so you tend to try and only make what you need. That's what I'm trying to get to. The point I'm trying to make here: you only make the items you need, and you don't tend to just mass craft. You know, similarly, you would tend to. How do I put this? I'm going to put those away and that away for now. You tend to avoid doing things like crafting a full stack, full 64 of something, just because that's a lot of resource sometimes, especially things like iron and things, which are an entirely different ball game again. Do I want to use that? Let me just double check. The recipe for that is a block, isn't it? So we've got plenty of maple. They are vertical maple. We've got plenty of pine planks, and we've even got some aspen planks there we can use, and we've got loads and loads of sticks. Excellent. So yeah, with the exception, I must admit, I'm tending to be a little bit more wasteful crafting this stuff than I would normally be. But then I am using a lot of them, so am I being wasteful? I don't know. Okay, let's just leave some of that behind. We've got plenty of that now. Well, plenty, a given value of plenty, but we've got all of that. And if we do one more set, then we get rid of a stack of stuff as well. Right, so we need to get the acacia, because we're going to need more of that. We need to get up on the top of there, and we need to put probably a flooring on the top of there as well, of some description. Let's go with, I think we'll get away with a pine floor. Maybe. Let us see. I need more acacia though, again, because I don't think that's going to be quite enough. Just a feeling I've got. I think I'm going to take up a jack-o'-lantern as well, actually. I don't know whether I've got any crafted, in which case I'll need to make one, but a jack-o'-lantern in the roof with something in to conceal it. I don't think we need a huge amount of acacia. Let's not go mad. So yeah, let me just go and see if we got. Come on, let's have a bit of a run. I know people say, why don't you run? And obviously in TFC, running is very similar. We have got perfect. We've got a jack-o'-lantern. Running is very similar to committing suicide. extreme view there. Actually, you know, I'm not a big fan of sports anyway, so not an extreme view at all. Yeah, it's because when you run, you tend to use more food and water, especially if you get into the habit of doing it. And again, this is not as much about doing it, you know, running is bad. This is about getting into the habit of running is bad, because habits, well, they're habit forming, aren't they? Oh dear, that's not good. 3, 6, 9, 12. Ah, damn it. Damn it. What about you? If I do the maple wool, you only do me 16, won't you? Mind you, I don't need... Hang on a second. Hang on. Let me just bring that round here. How would I get up? It'd have to be in that corner, wouldn't it? So if I come and just grab you... Oh, damn it. I'm going to have to go down and grab that. And then you would have this here would be where the rope went, and we're going to need to have two points for that. So I'm going to have to go and grab that just so there's a hole. Because the idea of the bell tower, of course, is you would have a rope dangling down from the bell tower, which would be pulled by the priest or monks to call the villagers to worship. And admittedly, the bells will look somewhat Christmassy. Oh crap, I wanted some of this as well. Damn it. So what the plan is we're going to have a little walk area up there. We're going to have a roof over the top of that, suspended on more of this willow support beams. And then we'll have a rope hanging down which has the bells on the end, or the bells things, and obviously there'll be an altar and stuff in there as well. But I definitely need that. I probably need to sleep actually now because it's getting on. Let me do a little bit more work around the place and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so there's gable ends done. I've taken the entrance and we're down on this side, and we are going to stick in our ladder up to the top there, and we'll put it on sideways so when you're looking at this it's not quite so in your face. Hang on, what just happened there? That just happened there. Okay, worst possible way to do this, of course, but there you go. And then the other thing I have brought with me is I brought a whole load of this. Now we're not going to want this all the way down, but let us just put this in here. Oh dear, that's not good. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to do at all. Alright, let me go and dig those out. They need to be all on the same orientation, don't they? Yeah, they do. So if we were to do them facing that way on, then we can just grab some of you, scaffold, temporary scaffold, and then we can just keep bringing the rope straight down. The middle to maybe one more, because I'm thinking the altar will be raised. That would be long and tall enough for someone to reach, and we can always drop another one in should we need to, and the altar will be set forward of that. Yeah, works kinda. Okay, so we're up here, we've got this, and I don't know whether I dare test whether I can stand on that. I'm not going to. That would be silly. Let us do that, and then a bit of that going on. Then we'll do that. Oops. And then have these going on. And then those can all be blocked in like that. Yes, lovely. And then this is going to be 3 high, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, and up, up, and then do I want it? Yeah, I think 3. That's right. How are we going to do this? Because I want this at this height. So yeah, that's probably the way we're going. Just do this, and then this roof here is going to be on pillars supporting it. So this is going to come all the way round, just hanging over the herbs. Gimme. Hanging. No. Damn it. Like that, and then no, I'm gonna have to do something clever there, I think. But that will come round, and then we can take all of that out. How am I going to do that? Let me go and just run down a second and have a look. That's going to be a right royal pain in the bum, I can tell. It's like royal pain in the bum sense is tingling. Okay, let's try you now then, shall we? Like that. That's better. So all it took was pillaring up on scaffolding. Right, so you can see what we're going to be doing. We're going to get that's going to go over the edge there. We're going to have, if I can get up and show you, we'll get the one corner done maybe, and then finish off the rest separate. I really am nervous that I'm going to... No. Okay. So that's going to have all of this going here. I shouldn't have taken that down, that was premature really. That's going to come around here. No. Like that. Same again on that side, and then we're going to have this is going to go here all the way around like that. No, maybe it's because I'm crouching that it's, yeah, I think it is. It's overriding the wood's natural inclination, shall we say, to become something other. But we'll make this one, at the moment I don't have any of those plank, the disarrayed or vertical planks on me, so we'll just make those like that. Pop down here, this comes out here like so, and that comes out there. Similarly, all of that comes out there, and then this is going to go in there and there and on the other sides as well. So let me continue getting this done, and I will be right back with you. Okay, I'm a little bit over on time anyway, but we're getting close to the end of this episode, and we've just about got the roof of this done. Now there is, however, one particular thing we need to do, and that is if I were to come in here like that, not quite like that because I need to get up there yet, not quite there, and then if I were to grab you and go mode, chisel, oh, too much, damn it. Okay, let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and then right now, this one is a little bit more complex because I want to stick up here. Oops. I want to stick a jack-o'-lantern, and I'm not sure whether the jack-o'-lantern will actually stay put once I chisel that. So, oops, chisel mode, bang. It will. Excellent. So then all we need to do is pop in you up there. Oh, okay. Right, how are we going to deal with that? Suppose I can always chop that out. That's not a problem. There are no such thing as problems, you know. There's only ever solutions. Right, and then we can give you a little bit of that action. Then you can... Oh crap, how am I going to do this? Oh, I know. We'll do it like this. That. And then we'll do a little bit of that. Take that out. Grab that. Pop that in there. Pop that in there. Hammer that back. Da, 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 da. And then we're going to... I don't know whether we'll be able to get away with this or not, to be honest. No, we won't. Oh, bugger. Oh, well. Do you know what? What we'll do is we'll stick our Christmas bells up here like that. And we'll have them so the bow's facing away. Ding dong merrily on high. Oh, I'm sorry, I promised I'd never sing, didn't I? There's your rope. There obviously that is suspended loosely from a ceiling, but that's fine. We can live with that. Let's go and have a look at what that looks like, and then next episode we've got beams, interior, floor, and the cemetery yard itself to do. But that looks okay to me. Looks like bells. The roof is okay. I don't think it looks particularly out of place. A bit bright, but then again, so's that one. So that one, and well, they're all bright, really, to be honest. If I'm brutally honest with myself. But yeah, I am happy with that as a design. I think it's coming along reasonably well. Once it's got a little bit more detail and character going on in there, then so much the better. But right now, I'm happy with the structure, happy with the stained glass windows. I think it looks okay. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon. And bye for now.